Come in. Hey guys, how are you?
Good. Hi, Jovan. How are you doing?
Doing well.
What are you up to right now?
Sending some emails, rescheduling a few meetings, trying to open a restaurant in the meanwhile.
Sounds busy. Can I call you Mr. President?
Of course.
Mr. President, what's the best library on campus?
In my first year, I really loved the business library. Obviously, that's now being replaced. I haven't really studied in libraries in the meanwhile and just like some random obscure spots on campus.
That's tragic. Now, what's the best food on campus?
That's easy, 1280. Just opened really recently. It is the new student spot. Cheapest food, best food available on campus. I go there all the time.
I'll be eating there. Now, what's the best residence?
That's a tough one. I think I gotta go with my standard, which is Edwards Hall. That's where I spent my first year. They kind of shaped me and built me into the McMaster individual I am. I'll give a shout out to Bates as well. That's where I'm at this year in the presidential apartment, but a few excellent residences there.
Wow, no love for Brandon. Now, what is your top priority as MSU President this year?
That's an excellent question. So that's where things get a little bit harder. Ultimately, we're working with student engagement a lot. We want to see students as involved as physically possible. We're trying to reestablish a sense of community that was really lost over the course of the pandemic. So hoping to draw students out a little bit more than we've really seen in the last few years.
I love that. Now, best prank you've pulled?
Actually, good timing given where we are. A couple of weeks ago, going onto a flight with my Vice President of Finance, Seth Autry, I was in charge of printing the boarding passes, so go take a look at his.
Incredible. Now, what's a TV show you're obsessed with?
I think my easy go-to has to be Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I mean, that's an unreal show. Their comedy is just perfect with my sense of humor, so that's my go-to.
Great choice. Now, favorite baseball team?
Hometown Blue Jays. Been a Blue Jays fan through and through, been going to games ever since I was little. That's the easy go-to.
100%. Okay, well, if you could be a star athlete in any sport, which one would you pick?
I mean, I think the obvious one is baseball here.
Nice.
That's the sport I played growing up. That's the team that I love to watch. If I want to give a little bit more interesting answer, I'd go volleyball. I'd love to be part of the men's volleyball team here at McMaster. I mean, they're one of the best in the country.
Okay, coolest thing on campus?
That gets a little tougher. Here are the files you wanted. Thank you. The coolest thing on campus, it's not quite open yet, but it's something that students could look forward to. It is the Hub. That is the new MSU building right next to DBAC, the athletic center. It'll be a great new study spot for students, great new recreational area, and I think students are really going to enjoy it.
Best secret study spot?
Best secret study spot. That's another one that I really had a lot of obscure answers, given that I don't use the library as much. I love the basement of L.R. Wilson. There's almost like a stair-ish seating area, and I use that all the time.
Great choice. Now, what do you hope the MSU can do for students this year?
I just want to see more engagement. Like I said earlier, the sense of community has been completely lost. I'd love to see it reinvigorated, the spark relit, and ultimately, I want people to come here for more than just academics.
What is one thing no one knows about you?
I played baseball for the Serbian national team in my last year of high school.
Incredible. What is one thing everyone knows about you?
Everyone knows, despite the fact that I'm a baseball fan, I'm going to go with something that perhaps less people who don't know me well know, which is that I have a great sense of humor. I always love pulling jokes, have fun taking me seriously.
I believe that. Most listened to artist?
I've become a country fan of late, so I would say either Morgan Wallen or Cole Swindell.
Good choices. Favorite memory from McMaster?
Obviously, there's several. I would probably say my concert in Welcome Week in first year. Bryce Vine was my performer. I skipped the concert for ice cream, met him after, and now have tons of his songs on my playlist.
Incredible. Favorite professor?
Favorite professor, shout out to Dr. Todd Alway, political science. He was unreal.
I love him too. Something you want all students to know?
Probably quantum physics, but assuming that that's a little bit too difficult, I would probably go with the fact that there is more to your education than simply what you learn in the classroom.
Beautiful. Now, can you tell us a joke?
Of course. Why do scuba divers jump backwards out of the boat?
Why?
Because if they jump forwards, they'd still be in the boat.
Thank you, Jovan. Any parting words for those watching?
Of course. Make sure to make the most out of your McMaster experience. One of the things that the MSU is here to do is fill the gap in the student experience. When you're outside of the classroom, stay tight with your McMaster community, find things to do, and ultimately, it'll make for a great McMaster experience.